Madam Clerk, resolutions?
A resolution from His Honor the Mayor and Alderman Austin, Beal, Brookins, Burnett, Cochran, Hairston, Fioretti, Mitt, Solis, and Sawyer. Whereas the support group is celebrating its 25th anniversary of serving youth throughout the Chicago area. And whereas the support group, founded in 1989 by Benny Henry and Tim Hardaway, is a Chicago-based nonprofit dedicated to empowering youth through urban-focused academic and athletic programs and services. And whereas Tim Hardaway, a retired NBA player and the league's best point guard, known for his crossover dribble, and Benny Henry, former basketball standout at South Shore High School, noticed that many students with superior athletic ability could not make the grades to obtain a lasting education. Benny persuaded Tim that basketball could be used to reach underserved children by encouraging both academic and athletic development. And whereas the organization was formed to engage at-risk youth in Chicago's most challenged neighborhoods with recreational programs that incorporated learning and reading to help young men and women better understand the importance of excelling academically, socially, and athletically. These programs emphasize education, testing skills, athletic strength and conditioning, and character building. And whereas Mr. Henry partnered with a number of athletic organizations, including Nike, Spalding, Adidas, Wilson, and the National Basketball Association to host athletic activities and events, encouraging youth to prioritize education and avoid gangs, guns, and drugs. And whereas 25 years later, the organization has worked in various elementary and secondary schools, serving more than 15,000 Chicago at-risk youth, expanding their programs beyond sports to offer life skills training and to inspire youth to learn about careers through its Biz and Better Choices boot camps, after-school program, Teen Reach, and annual Teen Summit. And whereas the support group partnered with Chicago Public Schools to launch a mentoring program called Lunch with a Leader, which brings together nearly 50 local professionals from a variety of fields to share their career insights with hundreds of high school students from across the city. Lunch with a Leader has been hailed as a model mentoring program for allowing students to gain college and career advice directly from successful members of their community. And whereas alumni of the support group have attended and graduated from colleges and universities such as Hampton University, Spelman College, Rutgers University, the University of Chicago, the University of Illinois, the University of Michigan, and the University of Wisconsin. These alumni are trailblazers and outstanding leaders in their community, thanks to the dedication of the support group's founders and staff. And whereas the Chicago City Council hereby commends the support group for its exceptional commitment to the youth of Chicago, now therefore be it resolved that we, the mayor, and members of the City Council of Chicago, gathered here this 30th day of July 2014, do hereby congratulate the support group on its 25th anniversary and extend our best wishes for continuing success. And be it further resolved that a suitable copy of this resolution be presented to the support group organization as a token of our esteem and respect.
Alderman Burke.
Mr. President, I move the temporary suspension of the rules for the immediate consideration of this resolution.
Hearing no objection, so ordered.
Well, it's no secret, is it, Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, that Chicago truly is a sports lover's town. And one of the things that makes our city's athletes so special is their dedication to Chicago, both on and off the court, the field, and the ice. It was 25 years ago that a native Chicagoan and NBA superstar named Tim Hardaway, along with Benny Henry, a former standout player at South Shore High School, founded the support group to empower at-risk young athletes who are underserved in the community with challenging academic and athletic programs. Today, we are gathered together to note with pride that this organization continues to serve as a model for programs across the nation, having served over 15,000 Chicago area students and fostering life skill training as well as better athletic skills. Through its partnerships, the support group brings resources to neighborhoods and student athletes who all too often are the least served members of our community. The support group fills an important void in neighborhoods plagued by gangs and violence and deserves a tremendous amount of credit for the invaluable work that they continue to do. Mr. Hardaway, Mr. Henry, on behalf of all the people of Chicago and on behalf of countless thousands of student athletes around Chicago, the mayor and the members of the city council are proud to note your continued efforts in Chicago. Thank you for recognizing that being a Chicagoan is something in which you can take pride. Thank you for using your unique talents for the betterment of the entire community. Your dedication cannot be ignored. Thank you. Keep up the good work. May God continue to bless you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Alderman Beal?
Thank you, Mr. President. It gives me great pleasure to rise to support this resolution. I've known Benny for quite a few years now, along with Tim Hardaway, who are both Ninth Ward residents when Tim played high school out at Carver High School. And it just goes to show that, people do give back. People are out here trying to do the right thing, trying to be role models without the fanfare.
Walter Burnett.
Benny and Tim go about the work that they do without sending out press releases, without trying to just get credit for doing what they do. They just go about it low-key, making sure they're impacting people's lives every single day. And so, Benny, whatever we can do to continue to support you in the vision that you have, along with Tim, to impact our kids' lives, we are here to do that. We know that athletics and academics go hand in hand, and we have to make sure that our athletes get the academics that they need to succeed on the next level. So we're going to continue to support you. Whatever you need, we'll make it happen. Just this past weekend, we just broke ground on a massive facility. We would love to partner with you and Tim in that facility to impact kids' lives years to come. Thank you so much.
Alderman Austin?
Thank you, Mr. President. I too rise. I'm grateful to be associated with this resolution, and especially that our mayor is presenting this along with the colleagues that are in this council. Many know Benny, many may not know Benny, but I believe that Alderman Burke's statement that he was saying really says it all, as well as Alderman Beal's words, because when you do something that you don't look for fanfare about it, you're just doing it because it's the right thing to do. In being a leader in my organization, I am always faced with having to govern men. So I had to go on my knees and ask God, what should I do? And these are the words that he said to me. It takes a man to teach a man how to be a man. And Benny, you have demonstrated that. I'm grateful to have known you a little bit longer than Anthony, but for the years that you have given to young men and young women to make them better leaders, better educated leaders, knowing that there's a different way in life, the road that they're traveling, there's another road and a better road for them. For that 25 years, that's truly a marriage. But I do wish you a golden anniversary, where to be 50 years, because you have truly, truly given back to the city of Chicago. Thank you, Mr. President.
Alderman Fioretti?
Thank you, Mr. President. I too want to join in support as I have on this resolution. Tim and Benny has done an outstanding job. They've helped kids on the west side and, of course, on the south side and throughout the city of Chicago. Your efforts multiply in terms of what happens and how we create role models, and you being the role models for many of the students that you've mentored here and many of the other successful people. I'm reminded of a quote by Albert Einstein that I would paraphrase, and it was, "Try not to become one of success, but one of value." And I think those words echo in terms of what the support group does. Not to just be for successful people, but to be individuals of value to the community. And whenever I've talked to students and young people that have gone through the program and had the ability to have your mentoring, they've all felt that they can contribute back to the community. Whether it's simple things like cleanups, whether it's simple things like making sure that their friends have what they need, whether it's simple things that their own family members are being taken care of. The support group should be commended. 25 years of not giving up on our young people is to be commendable for what you do. Thank you.
Thank you. Alderman Burnett?
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I also rise in support of this resolution. Congratulations to Benny on 25 years. Over 19 years ago, Benny came with me with Tim, and they were still hustling, trying to get their program off the ground and trying to connect athletes with the young people to inspire the young people to not only be athletic, but also to get educated. And they came to me, and we had to help them on a couple of occasions to get the United Center, to have those big basketball games, and to attract more athletes and young people. I'm proud of you, Benny. I'm proud to have been a part of the success of your organization, and I'm happy that a lot of young people have benefited from your program. God bless you and keep up the good work. Congratulations.
Alderman Harrison.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the City Council. I too rise in support of this resolution. Benny, I've known you for a really, really, really long time, but I have the greatest respect for the work and the dedication that you have for these kids. You and I both know how hard it is to keep an organization going, how hard it is to keep getting funding. So to have existed and been successful for 25 years doesn't only say something about the program, but it says something about the people who run the program. And you have been visible in the ward, you have been active, and what you have done with the youth is outstanding, and I congratulate you and continue to support you. Thank you.
Alderman Cochran.
Thank you, sir. I stand in support of this resolution and honor Benny. Last week, one of the days where I was out in the field, in the street, in the neighborhoods, on the block, dealing with some of the young men who had a basketball rim up, and I was trying to organize a free throw shooting contest. Who comes up the street? Benny. It was him who put the basketball rim out there. It was him who was involved with organizing this. And we put our funds together, and we were able to give some rewards, financial rewards, for the first, second, third place free throw shooting children who were out there in the field. Those are the kind of things that make a difference in the neighborhoods when the adults in the community make an impact on the children in their lives. It was great to see Benny out there, and that was just one out of 25 years of him experiencing those kind of experiences that we had the last week. And so I commend you, Benny. Continue to do the kind of work, and I want to see you in the 20th Ward over and over again, so let's make some more arrangements to get some other things done. Thank you.
Alderman Nitz.
Thank you, Mr. President. I too rise in support of the 37th Ward. I just want to give you your flowers while you live. Nothing greater than taking care of our youth. I think it's something that, it's a gift. And if you have that gift, you certainly are using it because it's a challenge. But you stood the test, you understand that there is a need and you can't go around it no matter how you try, so you may as well get in there and try to help them to be somebody and to make them that successful young man, young lady, and give them all that you can give them. And that's the greatest gift you can give, because that is a price that money can't buy. Those services that you're giving, so keep on giving it. Keep on helping our young peoples. That's what we all need to do. I particularly like that boot camp. Sometimes it's that tough love that you give them so that when they get old, it won't depart from them. And I'm so grateful that you all have stood the years that you've stood. But you know what? It's a lifetime. You can never give up. So keep up the fight and keep the faith. Thank you.
Benny, I want to say on behalf of the city, thank you for serving future generations, and more importantly, the philosophy that you don't approach our kids either athletically or academically, but in the completeness of what they can contribute. And obviously, as Alderman Mitz just noted, they're learning skills for life. Skills that are going to serve them whether they decide to pursue something athletically or not. Those are important skills, and I want to thank you for dedicating yourself to future generations. Some people marked the 25 years of keeping an organization together. I'd like to mark 15,000 lives that have changed. Thank you.